I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. So we are turning back to Isaiah now for a number of chapters. We will do a brief stint back in Chronicles before we continue with Isaiah. We're going to be doing about 20 or so chapters in Isaiah total, with 2 chapters of Chronicles tossed in there, because this is all during the reign of Hezekiah and around the time that Assyria takes the northern kingdom captive and Israel ceases to exist. So this section of Isaiah is a series of prophecies of doom and destruction. So let us get into this. This is chapter 15. Moab shall be laid waste, and her people shall howl and weep. The burden of Moab. Because in the night Ar of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence. Because in the night Ker of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence. He has gone up to Bajith and to Dibon, the high places, to weep. Moab shall howl over Nebo and over Medeba. On all their heads shall be baldness, and every beard cut off. In their streets they shall gird themselves with sackcloth on the tops of their houses, and in their streets every one shall howl, weeping abundantly. And Heshbon shall cry, and Elialah, their voice shall be heard even to Jahaz. Therefore the armed soldiers of Moab shall cry out, his life shall be grievous unto him. My heart shall cry out for Moab, her fugitives shall flee into Zoar, and heifer of 3 years old. For by the mounting up of Luhith with weeping shall they go it up. For in the way of Horonaim they shall raise up a cry of destruction. For the waters of Nimrim shall be desolate, for the hay is withered away, the grass faileth, there is no green thing. Therefore the abundance they have gotten, and that which they have laid up, shall they carry away to the brook of the willows. For the cry is gone round about the border of Moab, the howling thereof unto Eglaim, and the howling thereof unto Beer Elam. For the waters of Dimon shall be full of blood, for I will bring more upon Dimon, loins upon him that escapeth of Moab, and upon the remnant of the land. Of course, again, the burden of Moab, this is the doom or the judgment that is being passed against Moab. And when it mentions their heads shall be baldness and every beard cut off, this is a sign of mourning, that everybody will be mourning the destruction. In a night, these cities, Ar and Ker, will be destroyed, and the people will go to the holy places, the high places of Bajith and Dibon. That's where they're going to go to weep over the destruction of the people of Moab. Now, not sure what all of these are. They said the brook of the willows, and the footnotes it says probably the border between Moab and Edom. If you remember your map, on the east side of the Dead Sea, you got Ammon, Moab, and Edom. Now, I don't know what the waters of Dimon are. Nebo, I'm pretty sure, was the capital city of Moab, although I'm not positive on that. So this is just basic destruction, and everybody's mourning, and from one border to the next is just complete and utter destruction of Moab. And it does happen. Moab has been destroyed. It ceased to exist as an independent nation, I believe, under Babylon. And even though there were many who maintained the identity of a Moabite for some time, by the time of the Romans, there was nobody who was a Moabite anymore. So a complete and utter destruction. Now, I do want to say, it says, flee unto Zoar and heifer of 3 years. In the footnotes, it says Zoar should still have been young and vigorous. But if you'll recall, Zoar is the town that Lot fled to when he left Sodom. He flees to Zoar. And now the Moabites, who are the descendants of Lot, are said they will be fleeing to Zoar to escape the destruction of Moab. I find that an interesting comparison. Lot fled to escape Sodom and went to Zoar. The Moabites flee their own destruction and go to Zoar. Interesting. We'll see you in the next one.